So Street Fighter 6's Year 3 DLC has officially been revealed as a masterpiece. It consists of Alex, Sagat, Crimson Viper, and Ingrid?
Huh?
Like, how? How is this possible? Now, if you're new to Street Fighter, you won't have any idea who Ingrid is, and for good reason. Her presence in Street Fighter has always been ominous from the very start. From her original lore being lost due to the debut game being scrapped, to her always showing up in games that are non-canon to the Street Fighter verse, to a lore that barely tells us anything about her. But one thing that has always remained and stayed consistent throughout all of her appearances is she is presented as a godlike being who beholds a cataclysmic, cosmic-like power that can completely eviscerate a world like fucking Omni-Man. To being the source of Psycho Power, creator of Pandora's Box, bearer of the mighty Golden Crest, this little lady is not to be taken lightly. But why do I find this not possible, you might ask? Well, for me, Ingrid is such a mysterious character. I've made a whole video going into detail on how odd she is, which by the way is going crazy right now. Thank you kind folks for that. She's so powerful and mysterious that I find it almost impossible to add her into the mainstream timeline without fucking shit up. Capcom has kept Street Fighter away from that supernatural feel that adding Ingrid to it would throw a massive spanner into the works when it comes to keeping the game traditional, if that makes sense. Like for example, we'll have Jiu-Jitsu Black Belt Laura Matsuda versus literal fucking cosmic god Ingrid. The most outlandish thing we have right now is Lily's evil spirit lore, but even this is dwarfed in comparison to Ingrid. The most plausible thing they'll do that to me makes the most sense is Ingrid will be getting a rework. This means a brand new lore, a brand new moveset, a way to make her fit within the Street Fighter universe without utterly combusting what is possible within the universe. This is supported by a statement from Takeyuki Nakayama. Surprisingly, I don't think I butchered that, but he's Street Fighter V's producer who said that Ingrid might possibly exist within the Street Fighter canon, however her lore as a code holder from her original game may not apply to this setting, meaning she could have always existed, but she isn't the powerful goddess we know her as. She'll get a nerf, so to speak. But curiously, the new design seems to contradict this because she appears to still be wearing the golden crest on her head that were hinted to be a source of her power in CF Evolution, and she's still holding the book she was holding in Alpha 3 Max, which is assumed to hold some power as well. So there's still good reason to believe she might be just as powerful. I remember saying in my Ingrid video that I doubt she'll ever make a return because of her powerful status and out of this world lore, but here I am a year later and it aged like wine, am I right? Like, I put my foot in my mouth like Jury. Like, come on guys, I'm not Colleen, I can't see into the future. But all in all, this whole situation is really fucking awesome. Like, we're gonna get a character that was more than likely never going to be a canon Street Fighter as a playable character. And I believe this was purely off of fans' demands. She is without a doubt the character that I'm most hyped for, the character I'm looking forward to the most out of this DLC group. This either expands the world of Street Fighter, or we get a brand new take on Ingrid, and either of which still excites me. But I'm kind of hoping it's the same Ingrid, because even though it does contradict what I said before where it'll mess up the Street Fighter feel, it's still far more exciting. Like, I'll contradict myself if I want, I don't care. I mean, if you think it's lame, suck a dick. And can we all just agree that Kenny Omega looked absolutely charming in that Ingrid suit? And some of you might be wondering where I've been, and to answer that, I've just been not playing as much Street Fighter as I used to. To be that's the honest truth. You know, Street Fighter 6 isn't really as compelling to me as Street Fighter 5 was. It's not giving me that scratch that Street Fighter 5 gave me. You know, Street Fighter 5 would scratch all the right places, but 6, it's not really doing it. Like, I still love Street Fighter. I still love the characters. I still love the lore, the story. But I just haven't been able to play the game as much, and that's just what happens when you get older. You know, it's a cold, cruel world. But what I'm probably going to do is start posting more lore-based videos as opposed to a news video like this one is right here. I just have more fun doing that, plus I feel I'll be more passionate to create that, so it'll be more easier. With that being said, it's been the Mass Assailant. I hope you guys have all been well since my absence. And nobody misses me though. It's been the Mass Assailant. I'm signing off. Peace.